Imagine that you wake up in an asylum and there's 5 other people around you, and all you know is that 2 of those people have been infected with a virus that will make them kill you.
What the hell?
That is Deceit. Hey guys, this is Brax.
And I'm Sir Jeffers.
And today we're going to show you this really super cool little game that is a multiplayer first-person shooter. But what's interesting about it, what's unique about it, it really makes you use your instincts about how you view and interact with other people. Because the key to the game is to stay alive, but 2 people are trying to kill the other 4. And the only way that you can really tell who they are, if they have the virus or they are infected, is if you see them take these blood packs. If you notice them doing that, you know that they're the bad guy. But if you don't see that, then you'll have no way of knowing. So it's really tense, it's really on edge. I loved every second of it. This is something that I would love to play with my friends because it's so fun to not know who the bad guy is.
It does sound really, really awesome. It kind of has a murder feel to it, if you're familiar with the murder style games.
Yeah, definitely. I could see that.
That's really, really cool, actually. It sounds amazing, too, because it has the element of, like, oh, what if they kill someone? It's like, well, you could just say that it's not me, I thought this person was it, and then they go off and, take a blood pack. You never really know. It really is instinctual, as you said, so I can definitely get behind it. It looks really good.
Yeah, it's almost like Town of Salem meets a horror movie. It's amazing, dude. I loved it. And what's interesting, I think it's every 3 minutes or so, the lights will go out. And at that point, whoever is infected with the virus will turn into this man-eating monster. And for like 90 seconds, you have to try to stay alive. And if you can't find the fuse to turn the lights back on, then you're going to have to wait the entire, minute and a half that it's dark. And you're probably going to die because at that point, they're invincible until the lights come back on.
Wow. So they become a monster. Dang, dude, that sounds really, really amazing. I definitely want to check this game out for sure already.
Absolutely. When it gets dark, everyone is like, oh my god, here they come. And everything is crazy, man. I loved it. There's also different things you can do to sabotage them, though. Like, there are traps that might let gas surround the area. There's also ways to know who has the virus if you can get a hold of a detector type thing. It's kind of like a... how would I say that?
Like a Geiger counter if it were for radiation?
Yeah, it's sort of like a Geiger counter, but you can walk up to the other party and use it on them and it will tell you if they're infected or not. Lots of little stuff like that will help you along the way. There's levers around the map that you can use to turn on and off the lights. Just really cool stuff because strategically, even though you can't kill the infected people once they turn into a monster, you can use decoys and traps and stuff like that to keep yourself alive. And at the end of each of these little segments, you are given a few seconds to get to the next level. You have to run up the stairs or you run out of oxygen. So that's something you have to pay attention to as well. The good news is you can get rid of your enemies or the infected people quickly if you're one of the innocent people by shooting them. And if you shoot them, they will go down, and then if the other people want to vote them out and say, okay, he's infected, I want him out of here, all they have to do is shoot him as well. And if you get to like 4 votes, then you're out of the game.
I see. So I was gonna say, what's actually stopping someone if they're innocent from just shooting everybody?
Well, there really isn't anything, but the good news is, say someone just wants to troll and be a jerk. If they shoot you, the other people have to shoot you as well, or you won't get kicked out. You'll eventually get back up.
Oh, I see. It's okay, cool.
It's like a voting system.
Nice. Thanks. So what was that right there? That was a trap that that you were just activating, was that?
Yep, I activated a trap, and if, for instance, one of the monsters would have been near that, or one of the bad guys, then that would be one way for me to stop them, even when they're in their monster state, as it were.
Very, very cool.
It is, and each level gets progressively more intricate and unique, in my opinion at least. Like when I got to the 3rd floor, it was a lot more detailed and cool than the 1st floor, so the longer you stay alive, the cooler these things get.
That sounds amazing. I'm looking at everybody now. They're all grouped up. It sounds like you guys are trying to
and see how tense this is? Like, we're all looking at each other with a pistol, like, I know it's you. I know it's you. And I was innocent this round, so I knew it wasn't me, but I'm like, one of you people are freaking lying to me, and I don't know which one it is, man. It's so on edge, and I loved it.
Oh, man. I've got to pick this up. That settles it for me. I've really got to get it.
Definitely. Have some friends to play it with. Make sure that you're all in voice chat. That way everyone can accuse each other of stuff. And if you're innocent, you can work together. Like, oh my god, he's transforming. You need to run upstairs. It's like really super cool. Loved every second of it.
So about how long do these matches last?
For me, well, see, I died a little earlier in this one, and then another one I lasted quite a bit longer. About 10 minutes on average.
Oh, okay. So it's more of a game you can play kind of if you are just looking to kill time as well. It's a good time waster.
Yeah, for sure. You can play multiple matches in a sitting. They do have rank systems. They do have perks and skill trees and ways to like get your character better over time. So that's something you can work on too. It isn't just as simple as I'm going to play these matches. You have things to work towards.
Is it more of a grind though for those perks and like the skill trees and everything? Is it more of a grind or is it just kind of like
progressively more grindy? Like the first few are easy to get, and then of course, like any other game, to get the really good stuff, you're going to have to put some time into the game and level up quite a few times.
I can see it. I mean, as long as it's not super bad. I mean, because there are some games out there where it's like, oh, you got to play 100 games to get one perk.
Right. I don't think it's that bad at all, to be honest. And imagine if you and your buddies all have all of the perks unlocked. That makes it even more fun. Like, say you guys have all of these different abilities and stuff that make killing the enemy easier or make you better at detecting stuff or setting traps or something like that. It gives more opportunity for you and your friends to take it to the next level. You know what I mean?
Indeed. It sounds really amazing. So what are we looking at in the way of price?
Right now, they want $9.99 for this game, and I really think that is an absolutely fair price. It's been out for about 3 or 4 months at the time of this recording, and the problem that I did have with it, the only concern in paying that for it, and this is why I recommended you have friends that have it as well, the servers were pretty empty except for one. The American server had 60-something people on it, and all of the other servers, EU, Asia, 0. The American servers were the only ones populated, and I played with a lot of people that didn't speak English, so it's almost like everyone is congregating on that one server because there aren't enough players to sustain it right now. So if you're gonna pay $10 for it, make sure you have a couple of buddies that are gonna pay $10 for it as well, because if you play with friends, it's gonna be really awesome. But if you don't have anyone to play with, you might have a hard time with matchmaking.
Well, it does sound rather amazing. $10, I can see myself paying for this game for sure. Definitely, I might even take it a step up. If we can get if more people would played it and got involved, I'd probably do maybe 15 at the highest. Honestly,
absolutely. I 100% recommend it, and I really want this game to succeed. I don't want to see this die on the vine because I love the idea of it. I thought the gameplay was pretty smooth. I didn't really have a lot of optimization problems, and overall the concept is just so fun, and I think it's something that in the future could be a really big deal. So if you can find some buddies that want to pitch in $10 a piece to play this with you, go for it. I absolutely recommend it. You can find it on Steam if you are interested. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to check out another one of those videos in your face right now. This has been Brax.
And I'm So Jeffers.
And we'll see you guys on the next one.
Goodbye.